This is what circumstances are giving you information and feedback about. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss this. Hey everyone, my name is Velez. I am a conscious life and success coach and former trauma therapist, and I literally love showing up and helping people transform, get what they want, anchor in and activate their new identities, their new self-concepts, and then just watch them literally manifest the life of their dreams. It's pretty fucking amazing. So today we're diving in about circumstances because a lot of you are looking at circumstances in the wrong way. You're looking at circumstances as if this is a measure of where your mindset is at, that you're looking at circumstances as if this is the way that it's going to continue to be. You're looking at circumstances as if it's dictating and deciding your worth and value and what you get to have in your life. So what do you want to start perceiving or interpreting when you're noticing circumstances? So you want to look at, this is the key. This is all you need to worry about. What's happening to you? How are you interpreting those circumstances? Because that's letting you know what belief system you hold. Your mind wants to prove your beliefs right. It wants to prove you right over and over again. So what happens in the brain is when you have a belief system, when you're searching the reality to find evidence to make you right based off that belief, whatever you believe, you're going to look for evidence and you're going to attach meanings and interpret it to make you right. So when you believe something unfavorably, when you believe something negative, you seek the evidence and then you interpret the evidence to support your belief system, to prove to you that you're right. This is how the human mind works. And it also works when we believe something favorably. This is why when people really know their worth and value, when people are really locked in on their vision and they know what they want is theirs and it's inevitable, they do not let circumstances, they don't interpret circumstances to go against that. They don't allow the circumstances to tell them they're not getting what they want. So a lot of you are still really struggling because, honestly, there's so much misinformation and so many people teaching how to consciously manifest actually don't know how to consciously manifest. They're just parroting back information they've watched on other videos, which any of us can do. If you study something long enough, you can repeat it. You really want to understand what's going on with you. A lot of you are seekers, but you don't embody the information. It literally stays at an intellectual level for you and you don't internalize it and become it. And that's what trips up most of you, which is why those of you that follow the channels that are focusing on how to put all your efforts into recreating the specific person or put all your efforts into focusing on the external, and they do little information about self-concept and reprogramming the triggers and your belief system that says you don't deserve this and you're not worthy of this. If you're following most of those channels, then you're someone who's a seeker, but you're not embodying the information and it's literally staying in your head at the intellectual level. So what's the problem with that? The problem with that is you keep yourself stuck in the cycle. You never close the gap from who you want to be, where you are, to what you want to have, and the problem with that is that you never close the gap of currently who you are now and where you are now to who you want to be and what you want to have, right? Where you want to go. You will never close that gap because your belief system and identity won't allow you. If your identity says, no way am I worthy of this, no way am I good enough, no way am I ever going to get this, then again, your brain or mind likes to prove you right. So it will interpret your circumstances to support and validate that belief system in you. And I've seen it. I used to do it myself when I had a low self-concept and love. I would interpret circumstances in such an unfavorable way, which I just kept the cycle going. I never closed the gap, and I didn't close the gap until I took my self-concept seriously, and that's why I've been teaching it to all of you, and I got the specific person to show up different and the way that I want. And I've also helped tons of you do that too, and it's the game changer. So a lot of you also, when you're the seeker and you're not embodying that new version, you're just you're You're just intellectually understanding the concepts of everyone as you pushed out. People are mirrors to you. Change your thoughts, change your assumption. But most of you actually aren't changing your assumptions, because your natural assumption when you are interpreting the evidence in your reality or the circumstances in your reality are unfavorable. So that's showing you that you're not embodying it. You're not it. So you won't close the gap, like I said. And a lot of you really struggle with this because you haven't anchored in your self-concept. You haven't anchored in the new identity where this is your new normal. Like what it is that you desire is fucking normal for you. It's still abnormal. It still feels far away. You might have moments where you're connecting to it, but most of the time you're not. It feels like hard to believe that this could actually work out for you. And it just feels like one day maybe but you're not like connected to it. And that's really when you haven't redefined it as normal for you. And the reason why you're not is because your self-awareness is not enough. So to be self-aware, this is what a lot of people do when they discover law of assumption. They become self-aware. They become aware that they have negative thoughts that have manifested circumstances that are not what they desire. But staying stuck in that doesn't get you what you want. And let me clear that up or clarify it better. So staying stuck in knowing this isn't enough to get you what you want. So most of you are stuck in the self-aware stage, but you're not someone who is actually activated and you're not embodied. And this is why you're not closing the gap. This is why you're still walking around in the dark, stumbling, and you can't see the end. You can't see the vision. You're swayed every other day or every day, some of you, by circumstances or what was said, what wasn't said, what just happened, what didn't happen, and you're reacting internally and assuming in such a negative way, which is giving you so much valuable information. It's letting you know that it ain't clicked in you, baby. And if it ain't clicked in you, you're not going to get it on the outside of you. You can manifest in moments of circumstances that are favorable, but they won't stick if you're being constantly triggered and believing and not trusting and feeling unworthy and undeserving. So these are all the things to keep in mind and understand that awareness is the first step. It's not the end all be all, and you have to take steps after awareness. And so, unfortunately, a lot of you are still second guessing. You're still stuck in self-doubt, and you're still seeking the answer outside of you rather than turning within and understanding how to actually reprogram your belief system and self-concept, how to actually work through your triggers, how to stop breaking the habit of allowing circumstances to dictate who you are and what you get to have, and allowing circumstances to decide for you that you're worth and value, basically, right? Because this is what most of you do. This is why you're not closing that gap. And I mean, you have seen my own life level up of evidence of this, where in a year's time, I reprogrammed my self-concept and love, manifested a specific person in the way that I desire. I also moved into $1.5 million townhouse, got a $115,000 car. What else did I do? Manifested my income to go, 6 times what it was a year before that. And what else? I feel like a lot of good, so much stuff has happened. So I did all of that in a year's time. And in another year's time after that, I also manifested even more big changes in my life, and you'll see more evidence of that unfold. Like I started a whole new business. I got real clear about the trajectory of my life as a coach and what does that look like for me, and really locked in and cleared up that vision. And it's just been seamlessly, effortlessly coming together and doing the things that I'm doing. And so I can't even imagine this time next year how different my life is going to look, because I have some big ass vision. So but I also have seen clients. I've seen clients go from broke and struggling and working with me, and then they are manifesting in, hundreds of thousands of dollars within a month. Like this was never on their radar. That was not a normal reality for them. And through what I teach them and how to do it, they stop stumbling in the dark. They got clear on the fucking vision, and they start manifesting it. And I can't even tell you, I have hundreds of success stories plastered all over social media, plastered all over my website, plastered all over comments, whether people pay me or watch me. just what happens to them when they do what I'm telling you guys to do, because it fucking works and it sticks and it just gets easier and better. They've manifested specific persons in marriage, moving in with them. Some of them didn't want the specific person when they came back and they picked somebody else and got everything they wanted in the relationship. They're manifesting their dream careers. They're helping others. So many people want to be coaches. They want to help people. They want to have that fulfillment and passion in their career and make a shit ton of money doing what they love. And that's why Maritza and I are teaching coaches how to actually coach, because we want people to really be able to help others transform, because so many people that are helping others, they're like just scratching the superficial stuff and they're not going deep because they don't know how to go deep, because they've never been taught to go deep. And so we're really looking at the power of activation and transformation. So the circumstances are really important in the sense of it's giving you the information about you. It's not in the way of, oh, look, a circumstance showed up that it's not what I want, so that means it's not working. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about it gives you information to let you know what is your natural assumption, how are you interpreting the circumstance, and that's giving you all the info if you know you're on the right track or you're still invested and anchored in that old story. You're still self-aware but not activated. You're still, struggling of trying to make something different outside of you rather than embody and anchor in this new identity, which when you have a new identity, you become someone different. You show up different, you think different, you act different, you are different, you're being different, and you create different. And that's what a lot of you want. That's what Neville talks about, the wish fulfilled or living in the end, because that's a different version of you. It's someone who's living an experience that you say you want. So who is that version of you? Well, she's not fucking needy and desperate. She's not fucking riddled with anxiety every day, believing she can't live the life of her dreams. That's not how you get to what you want. We have to bypass that version, overcome that version, and become your true essence, your true version of someone who knows that they're abundant, who knows that they can have it all on their fucking terms. So if you are interested, I would love for you to work with me and Maritza and our fucking coaching group. This is where we anchor and activate, accelerate, and fucking transform and deepen these concepts and principles to help you really level up you and your life and get what you want. We're offering some bonuses. We really want people who are ready to commit to go all in so that they stop stumbling through the dark once and for all, that they are ready to make the commitment of what it takes to really transform and anchor in the new identity and become this new version. Oh, it's so exciting. So we would love to have you in there. I have some freebies and links below as well to get some free stuff from me. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye.